Ever wondered how much YouTube pays a moderately successful music reactor with a wonky mic stand in a year? Well, I'm about to tell you, but inspired. Well, this whole video is actually inspired by this video from one of the goats of YouTube, Mr. Seth Everman. Thought we might dive into a few fun stats for the last year on YouTube. So over the last 12 months, my channel did just shy of 24 million views. I think it's a pretty damn healthy amount. Unlike my voice, I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's been weeks. So that's a steady 2 million views a month. But where are those views coming from? That's interesting. Let's go check it out. So by far my biggest audience is you guys in America, which means that I have to post in the middle of the night and stay up really late, so thanks for that. And then over here with nearly 12%, shout out Canada, Turning the Tables, NFR podcast, and then my guys in India and in Oz in the top 5. But who's watching me the least? Who needs to step their game up? It's joint, it's actually joint bottom. With an almighty 10 views each, we have MC and LR. Let's find out what those countries are. Monaco, only 10 of you in Monaco. I actually went to Monaco a couple of years ago. Step your game up. Monacans, people from Monaco, you rich fuckers. And then Liberia, coming in with 10 views. Liberia, shout out George Weah. Right, who's the first country that gets over 1,000 views? SN, I'm gonna guess Senegal. It's Senegal. Shout out Senegal. And who's the first with over 10K? We've got MK. North Macedonia. Shout out to North Macedonians bringing over 10,000 views to the channel this year. Let's do one more. The first with 100K is AR. It's gotta be the World Cup winners themselves. Argentina with 100,000 views. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What's interesting though, is you can also dive into which cities and states are fucking with you the most. So if USA is my #1 country, here are my top states: California, Texas, New York, Florida, Illinois, just like Seth. Who's at the bottom? Unsurprisingly, Alaska, but still, the Alaskans bring in 651 views, so shout out all you guys. And 709 from the South Dakotans, and 724 from the North Dakotans. Dakotans aren't really fucking with your boy JD, but that's okay. Nearly 10K from Hawaii though. That's amazing. Right, in the last year, 60% of my views came from people who aren't subscribed. So please subscribe, let's get those numbers up. It's easily done. Unsurprisingly, most of you lot are boys. And age groups, we got an older demographic, 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. We've got Kev from Turning the Tables in the 55 to 64 range, and then a 0.9% of my audience is over 65, which is still quite a lot of people. How mad's that? Here's something interesting. Here are the channels that my audience watches. No real surprises there. We've got The Needle Drop, we've got Fantano, we've got Dante, we've got Sean, and we've got Turning the Tables. Mini Minter, Talia Mar, Tove Jizzle, Laid Back, Shaq. So my audience is Sidemen fans and music fans, and considering one of my recent big videos was a Sidemen reaction, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Right, what was my biggest video of last year? So this is something that Seth did. He looked at what his biggest search terms were for his Billie Eilish video. That's what I'm gonna do here, but I wanna see what people are searching for when they're searching for me. Okay, biggest search is my name. That makes me feel good about myself. I must be making some sort of waves. And then unsurprisingly, it's all about different names of tracks. But again, if I wanna see what the really low stuff is, the weird stuff that people are searching for, I gotta export this bad boy in analytics. By the way, if you're a YouTuber, dive into your analytics. The depth there is insane. I used to work in magazines and our total analytics were basically nothing. Here, you have everything down to the most minute detail. It is pretty amazing. You can get lost in it. Honestly, I was expecting some kind of weirder results, but what's interesting is everything's just song reactions. I should have probably guessed that, but it does go to show that what I do, music reactions, are a popular and valid thing on YouTube. More on that later. Most viewed video of the year then, with a whopping 676,000 views. I didn't know it had done that many actually, fucking hell. Joji, A Glimpse of Us reaction, which I never would have guessed that would have done that many views. Then we got Metro Boomin, which is absolutely banged, a bit of Blackpink, Kendrick, and the Sidemen. So 2 videos in my top 5 from like the last couple of months, which is great. It means that we're still doing the right thing. But here's the question. How much money did YouTube pay this, the biggest music reactor in the UK, I think? How much money did YouTube pay me in ad rev in 2022? Let's take a look. For 24 million views, just shy, £11,304. Now, if you told me when I very first started YouTube that I would be able to be paid over £10,000 in a year for making videos, I would have never believed you. It's amazing, really. But also, let's take a look at that top video again. 676,000 views. Estimated revenue? A line. Not even 0, just a line. All right, so I got nothing. And that's what happens when you react to music. You get nothing for any of the music reactions. All of the money goes to the labels. In this case, to Joji's label, but it won't really be filtering through to Joji. It will just be going to the distributors or labels. It's a very confusing world, but the artists aren't really seeing any of this money. And that's the case for almost every single one of my videos, apart from the occasions where I don't include music, when I don't react to music. So I was actually surprised to see that 11K number, because that's higher, I think, than any other year that I've been doing this. I think that's because I had a few successful videos that didn't include any music. Here's one, for example, interview with Fantano. Let's check out the analytics on that one. That topped out 85,000 views. If you look at the graph, it fucking died a death there. And that made a pretty damn healthy £436. So thank you very much for the time, Mr. Fantano. Really do appreciate it. I'm not too sure why it bottomed out like that. Oh, average percentage viewed, really low. Maybe the awkward interaction between us at the beginning put people off. Who knows? If we then go a little deeper, that means my RPM, people talk about CPM, which is like clicks per 1,000 views. I don't really understand that, but RPM is basically how much YouTube will pay you for every 1,000 views, and just over a fiver, £5. Not bad at all. Kind of, depending on your thoughts on ad revenue in this space. If you think about a TV show that gets that many views, the cost to advertise on that would be infinitely higher. But regardless, so this is the situation I find myself in, and every other music reactor finds himself in. 24 million views. So if you don't know what that £5 number is, it's the amount YouTube pays for every 1,000 views. Let's take that £5 as an average across the channel. I have many videos that go over the 8-minute mark and would have multiple ad rolls in. Remember, I got paid just over 11K. Awesome. But 24 million divided by 1,000 multiplied by 5. So yeah, in answer to the title, how much did YouTube not pay me in 2022? And how much went to the labels UMG, WMG, SME, mainly UMG, fuck you UMG? Roughly £110,000, probably around $140,000 for the year. Gone. That's fucked up. I knew that this was the case. I've been doing this for a while, and to be honest, I don't expect to earn money from those videos because I just know how it goes. We've fought it for a while, we've tried different avenues, different angles, and there's been hope, but ultimately this is what it is. But the shit thing is that this system makes you feel like reaction video is such a popular genre on YouTube, such a popular genre. If you think about beyond music as well, probably the most popular genre, people reacting to stuff. Realistically, outside of Mr. Beast, you know, PewDiePie was just reacting to stuff. KSI reacts to memes. But music reaction specifically, there's a reason why not many of us are fucking doing it anymore, and you've just seen it there. Right? Now, I am blessed and fortunate enough to have known this was happening early on and to have launched a Patreon, which so many of you over the years have supported. And that is why I'm able to keep doing this and will continue to keep doing this. So is this video an elongated advert for my Patreon? Not, yeah, I mean, it kind of is, but no, but the guys who support on Patreon and have done for years, thank you. You've allowed my family to eat. But yeah, this is fucked up, and it's very exhausting to spend all of this time and effort on these videos that people love. 676,000 people. We're used to seeing videos on YouTube that have millions and millions and millions of views, but if you think about 676,000 people watching me listen to a song and just chatting about it, that's fucking mind-blowing. That's like Wembley Stadium over and over and over and over again. And you know, some of the bigger creators in this space, people like Shaq, are doing way more views than me. So how frustrating and how demoralizing is it as a music reactor? There's a reason so many have stopped. So many have had to call it a day. People who've got to my channel size, 400K, had to call it. It's not what happens with the rest of the YouTubers. Very rarely will you see that happen. And I don't know what we're gonna do about it. And that's the sad truth. So YouTube, UMG, you owe me 100 grand. And if I total up all the channel views over the years, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it, guys. But ultimately, I still love making this content. I've been fortunate enough to be able to do it for a long time, using different tactics and using different ways of making the revenue come in. And we'll continue to do it. Like I said, I hope you can understand why your favorite music reactors out there are struggling, and maybe they wind down the volume of content that they're putting out, because that's right there in black and white. And to be honest, that 11K is more than I thought I was going to get from YouTube this year. So onwards, upwards, we will persist, we will continue. But fuck UMG forever.